Japanese are known for living healthy, long lives. So today I'm sharing 5 simple habits that are little, or you think they're little, but will absolutely help you live a healthier life no matter where you live. So let's dive in. If you have eaten with a Japanese person, you have probably heard them say a word, or it's actually a phrase, itadakimasu. Itadakimasu just means we are receiving, or I am receiving. And it is said before eating anything, and it expresses gratitude to two things: the person that created the meal. So it is a receiving of what that person has put effort into and put love into. And two, acknowledging the resources that go into making it and that they are available for us to consume. It expresses really a sense of gratitude and not taking anything for granted, because we do this before every meal or every anything that we eat, right? So just imagine what could happen if we could approach everything with just this sense of gratitude of receiving anything that is brought into our lives. Another follow up onto that is the term gochisousama, and that is said after we eat anything or consume anything. And that literally means that we have received it. So it is the acknowledging on the back end of thanking someone for creating it, for presenting it to us, to giving it to us, and that we don't take these things for granted. Again, we acknowledge it on the front, we acknowledge it in the back. It is a reminder to ourselves that we are grateful for people around us that allow us to have these things, but it also acknowledges the person that put the effort into it. Who doesn't like being thanked, even if it's for a daily thing like cooking or serving food, even though it is expected potentially of that person? But everybody likes to be thanked, acknowledged for, especially those tasks that often get no thanks. I'll show you 2 images because they say a picture is worth 1,000 words, right? So the first image, how does that make you feel compared to the second image? Yes, it is the act of putting your shoes together. If you have been in a Japanese house, you have most likely seen that there is a dedicated area, usually in the entryway, and usually there's a step up or a step in, but the shoes are usually lined up pretty organized, and the backs are put to the step so that you could easily put your feet back in when you are leaving. Now, it might seem like no big deal, but did you notice how you felt looking at the chaotic shoes versus the cleanly organized shoes? I sure do. And I want to also remind you that this is not one person that is going in behind everybody else to clean up those shoes and organize them. It's not like kids are going everywhere, flinging their shoes, and then, say, mom comes behind and cleans everything up. No, everybody takes care of their own thing. It is ingrained. You take care of your own shoes, you line them up, you move them in an orderly way. Everybody takes care of their own thing. And this actually extends out to other parts as well. The Japanese people became very famous because of sporting events and the way that they cleaned up, not after just themselves, but they have cleaned stadiums and cleaned up after other people, because there is a huge sense of taking care of the environment, both facilities as well as the greater environment of nature and earth, and leaving things better than how we found them. This also stems from a very young age, because kids in school, even elementary school, and even before, they are helping care for the school by cleaning on a very consistent basis. So, this is just something within the culture that people are raised with, to take care of things, not only their own things, but the property that belongs to other people, to have this sense of community and caring for things, as well as cleaning up after yourself and pushing your own chair in, cleaning up your own shoes, all of that kind of stuff. I love that. And I think that needs to be instilled in all of us. The third thing is a saying, hayane hayaoki. It means go to bed early and rise early. And I love that. I am not the best at this. I'm going to be transparent with you. I am not the best at it yet. So that's my growth mindset, yet. However, we all know that sleep is fundamental. We need it for our immune systems. We need it for our brains to develop. We need it for everything. It is so important. And yet, our need to be productive, our need to do things takes over. So, this process, the hayane hayaoki, it means you go to bed early and you also rise early along with the sun. And there is a long history. If you go back in time, there is a sense of worshiping the sun. And so people had this tendency of waking up with the sun and worshiping the sun, going out, being in the sun. And there are so many good things to this. One, obviously, like I mentioned, you need that sleep for all of your body to work properly. Two, seeing the sun and being absorbing that sun first thing early when you wake up, like within the first 30 minutes, is really good for our minds to reset that circadian clock and know, oh, I'm supposed to be up. I'm supposed to be energized. I'm supposed to get going. Our body needs sun, vitamin D, all the things. It's just fantastic. And even if you don't get out into nature, because that was something in the older days where people would go on hikes, people would be like farming, people would be out in nature. Now, we don't all get that luxury, but if you can go for a quick walk, if you can just stretch outside, even better. But if you can get that sun first thing, that is a fabulous thing we could do for our bodies. Speaking of nature, you might have heard of Radio Taiso, and this is a very common exercise stretching routine. That's like a 10-minute thing, but if you have turned any Japanese programming on or Japanese TV on, you will most likely run into it sometime in the day. It's not always at the same time, but it is this coordinated, it's the same routine for 10 minutes, but it is stretching. They give you options for seating or standing because not everybody is at the same physical level. But there are communities that go together with this and exercise together. I remember growing up and in the summer, we would go to a nearby park and you'd get these stamps for showing up for your school and all that kind of stuff. It is a exercise and stretching and moving our bodies. And there is so much good stuff to be said about moving our bodies intentionally daily, stretching our bodies, especially as we are people that are often on computers, smartphones, hunched over, all of that. Our postures are horrible. So resetting this every day is fantastic. Being outside is fantastic. Even if you do it in your home, that's okay too. But also, there was this practice of being together and in community. And we were meant to be in community and being social and having that time with other people and encouraging, supporting one another. It's just fantastic. So, it is this part of this haine hayaoki and stretching and moving and getting going early in the morning, getting things done. I'm going to get better on it. If you want to see me, I am going to definitely do a 30-day challenge, and hopefully it just continues on to be a perpetual habit. But I'm going to make a video where I challenge myself and see how I feel after those 30 days, like from the beginning to the end. What is different? How do I feel? What is the impact of going to bed early, rising early, and getting these moving habits in? So if you want to see that, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when it's coming. Moving on to number 4 is cleaning daily. That might sound crazy to you because a lot of us, especially in the US or outside of Japan, don't do this cleaning daily thing. Maybe we do little things, but often we have people that come in and help us clean, especially in busy areas like Silicon Valley, like I am. And that's Maybe it's weekly, maybe it's every 2 weeks, maybe it's once a month for a deeper cleaning. But usually we are scrubbing away the grime that has built up. But can you imagine if you clean daily? So in Japan, most people take baths daily. And that's another thing, but we won't go there because not all of us can do baths daily. We have, water issues in some places like California. But I bring that up because they not only take baths daily, but a lot of people I know clean their baths daily and even clean their toilets daily. And again, that might seem like a lot, but can you see that doing this on a daily basis means you're not scrubbing away a bunch of crap, literally, but it's just maintenance. You're just upkeeping. So it might take a few minutes, you're done, and it feels good. You are literally starting fresh and clean every day. I am not good at this one either. While I tried to build it in, though, in habit stacking. So while I brush my teeth or while I shower, I have sponges out by the sink or the shower so that while I'm brushing my teeth, I just do a little rinsey rinse at the end of the sink area and it keeps it clean, right? It's just stacking your habits. You brush your teeth anyway, might as well just do a little 2 minute wipe scrub or in the shower as I, clean my hair. Okay, I'm done. Well, before I turn off the water, maybe I just do a quick scrub and get into those grooves or whatever it might be that you have. And it keeps the cleanness looking there longer. Just something to think about. Maybe it's not as hardcore from the beginning as cleaning your toilet every day. However, maybe that's manageable. Give it a try. See what works for you. If you hate it, don't do it, but see if it actually might work for you. Number 5, another thing people say is "okage-sama de." I don't know if you've heard that, but it's often in the context of "o genki desu ka?" Like, how are you doing? Or are you doing well? And the response is "okage-sama de," which means yes, thanks to you, or something along those lines, like, oh, because of you. And this again comes back to gratitude, but also a sense of community and humility. So, acknowledging that where we have come is not just solely because of ourselves. While we do put in that effort, we know that there are people that have supported us along the way. And when someone asks, how are you doing? Are you doing well? You are coming at it with a sense of humility. Yes, thank you for asking and for supporting me and caring for my well being. I love that that's not seen as a weakness, but really an importance of community and growing together, that we are stronger together. And speaking of okage-sama de, it is because of you all that watch, that support in the form of likes, comments, subscribing. So I am so, so thankful that you all are here. And that allows me to keep making videos and make some income to put back into creating better and better videos as we go. So please, please, please always feel free to comment. Let me know more things that you might want to see. And if these things are helpful for you or you try them, I want to know. And if you aren't subscribed yet, be sure to do that now. Hit that notification bell because there will be many more fun videos in the future. And I'll see you in the next one.